DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. We're going to get into this part 2, talking about diet and nutrition, because a lot of people was asking me about that. And I had an old video, as I said in part 1, I had an old video I was talking about where I eat whatever, I don't even care, junk food, candy, fried food. But a lot of that's changed. If you didn't see part 1, it's almost 20-minute long video where I'm explaining a lot of changes that I made. Go watch part 1. This is part 2 where I'm going to talk about breakfast, what I eat when I start my day. Well, first of all, I used to eat a lot of sweetened cereals. Of course, you got your Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Cheerios, all that stuff is processed and it all got extra added sugar in it. So I've been cutting out a lot of the added sugar food, so I don't eat that stuff no more. Another thing I used to eat was instant oatmeal, like the sweetened instant oatmeal. So it'd be like maple and brown sugar, strawberries and cream, peaches and cream, blueberry, apple and cinnamon, all that stuff. All that stuff has added sugar too, because oatmeal is just oats. So now, the first thing I eat, like if I'm going to work out in the morning, whether that be conditioning, lifting weights, or basketball, playing ball, working out on ball, I'll eat oatmeal. Like regular plain oatmeal, and then I'll put something on. I'll put some raisins in it, because I love raisins, or some natural honey, which you can get from any supermarket, natural organic honey, and that's enough flavor for me, that's enough sugar for me from the raisins and the honey. I'm good. I'll eat that oatmeal. And then usually after my workout I have like my real breakfast. If I get up to work out, then I have my real breakfast after that. And since I cut out a lot of the cereal stuff, I don't even eat like breakfast food in the morning. I eat like regular food. Like for instance, this particular morning, the day I'm recording this video, I had beans and rice. I had some whole wheat spaghetti, it might be brown rice spaghetti, one of those with organic tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce. It did have cheese on it. I know some people don't eat cheese, but I still eat cheese. What else did I have? The beans and rice. I had corn on it. I put some green beans on top of the beans and rice, mixed all that together, put some cheese on it, had that, the spaghetti, and I had a baked potato. Baked potato takes about an hour to cook in the oven. You just gotta put some seasoning on the skin, make sure you wash the skin. Poke some holes in it, put it in the oven, open it up, eat it. I put butter on that. I do still consume butter. I'm looking for alternatives. I gotta find it, see how I like the taste of stuff. And that was it. That was my breakfast for the morning. Because the thing about breakfast is, I was reading, somebody always, because you know people used to eat 3 square meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And dinner usually will be people's biggest meal. And then there was a kind of change in paradigms where people say, okay, eat small meals, eat 5 to 7 small meals every day. But then when you look at breakfast, if you really think about it logically, breakfast is the first meal you're eating in the day. So wouldn't you want to eat a whole lot of food, a whole lot of carbs, which is your energy food, in the morning, so that you have the whole rest of the day to burn off that energy? Now you got all that energy inside you, all that fuel inside you, which you can use to push you through the day. It wouldn't make sense to eat a real big meal for dinner, because in a couple hours, or however, whatever time you eat dinner, you're going to be going to sleep. So you're just going to be laying there, and there's nowhere for that fuel to go. It's just sitting there, and then it can become fat if it sits in your body too long. Don't quote me on the facts of that. You can look it up and read it, but that's pretty much what I read. So I like to eat a big breakfast to get a whole lot of food in me so that I can use that fuel for the rest of the day. As far as fluids, a lot of water. I drink a ton of water for my workouts instead of Gatorade now. Once I get done with the Gatorade I already had, I just get a jug of water and I put some salt in it for the electrolytes. Put salt in it for electrolytes, shake it up so it tastes a little bit bitter, but if you know what you're taking it for and you know what you put in it, then it don't taste bad. Now if I just tasted that like out of a bottle I bought from the store, I'd be like, what the hell is this? But you know what it is, so it ain't no thing. And then I have a protein shake. A protein shake I use, like I talked about in the first video, almond milk or coconut milk, protein powder, creatine, some fruits. They can be frozen fruits or bananas, raisins, strawberries, blueberries, whatever you like, peaches, orange, mangoes. Just make sure it's not anything that's with extra sweetener to it. Just regular fruit or regular frozen fruit out of the bag. What else do I put in there? I put a little bit of honey in there sometimes, maybe some olive oil into it just to get some of that good fat, quote unquote good fats. They do exist. And that's it. That's all I drink. So that's pretty much my breakfast routine. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
Connor from Scotland. Work on your game.